Right. Well, welcome back to the Yapdos podcast, episode 2. I'm Nicole,
I'm Mike.
and yeah, we're here to yap about Pokemon again.
What's even more surprising is that you all came back.
I hope you're there. We haven't even posted the first episode yet, so
I was going to say, if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're new, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on.
goalienicolie on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube.
And my social media is still pending this podcast becoming successful.
Yeah, so you have to make it successful if you want to follow anything that he does.
And I will do social media.
Yeah. No, but we have a very exciting start to the episode today.
Yes, we have there's a surprise. Nicole, do you want to?
Yeah, so it's a surprise for me and it's a surprise for you. Mike already knows because man is nosy. But I just got back my first ever graded card from Tag. This is the first card I've ever graded. It is my gold Charizard from Phantasmal Flames. So we're going to find out together. All right, and you said the grade is facing which way?
So you turn it like this.
Okay.
And the grade is now in the front up here.
Okay. I'm so scared. I'm like, actually, because like, what if it's like horrible? Is it, okay. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh, I can already see it through the back. Okay. It's a mint 9. I don't even know if you guys will probably just have to put that in later. Okay, mint 9. Okay. I'm not horribly mad about that.
It's not terrible. What's the score?
Oh, the 942. Oh, so it was like not far away from being able to be a 10.
No, it was like 8 sub. Well, it was it was 8 sub points away. So it's like a tiny bit.
Yeah. Did they tell you? Did we get the one where they tell you like?
So that's all tag scores, or all tag. Nope, other way.
Other way?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can tell I've never done this before.
I've done this a lot.
This way?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
Boom.
There you go.
There's my little guy.
Yeah. So,
okay. The 9 didn't feel as bad as I thought it would. I was honestly more worried because it was a gold card and I literally have no way to like actually gauge like how centered that is. I was like, what if it comes back and it's like a 3?
So yeah, so I'm a huge tag fan. I actually counted up before this episode. I've submitted now 70 cards with tag.
Oh wow.
The most recent 8 are still there. I know if there's anybody actually watching this, y'all are going to come for me in the comments. PSA is great. We can discuss some of their scandals and stuff at a later date. It's just not my preference. You know, I'm at no point do I think tag's going to take over, but I'm personally a tag fan, and we can get more into that later. But yeah, so with that sub score from a 990 to a 950 is a 10, a gem mint 10. So you're very close to the 10.
Yeah, 8 points away.
And so not every tag submission has that sub score. Every recent submission has the sub score. You used to have to pay more for it. But every tag submission or every tag grade has the dig report, which is where you can scan the QR code.
Okay, so I could scan the QR code right now, or would you have to do it since you sent it for me?
No, any single person can scan the QR code.
Okay, guys, let's find out what's wrong with my baby.
Are you gonna screen record too, so we can show everyone in the podcast?
Oh yeah, I will once I get there. See, the chair did it again. This chair is out to get me.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing.
Oh, I need to put my do not disturb on. Your wife is texting me. Okay. Okay, so actually I have no idea what I'm looking at, so I'll have you look at it. I don't know what any of those words mean.
So you've got your score or your grade and then your score. So down here you can see where it's got that pop column.
Yeah.
So there are, of the mints, which are the 9, of the mints, there's 336 of them.
Okay.
That are graded 9s.
Oh, so this is like showing me where mine ranks.
Yeah. Well, so then there's 533 total. So of those 336 mints, you have the 23rd best.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty good.
That's where the 1,000-point sub-score comes in, is they use that to rank it on, like, that leaderboard.
Gotcha.
And then everyone that doesn't have the sub-score will just, they just tie for the last place.
Okay.
And then of the 533, you're number 85.
85. So there's a lot more people who have 10s than me.
Yeah, so then you can see that you were the of the 336 mints, you were the 332nd graded. So since we got these grades back a few days ago, there's already been 4 more graded.
Wow.
And then of the 533, you were the 525th card. So
Yikes, that
just in the
one's
last couple of days, they've had 8 more graded. So it's
yeah.
for as new of a card as it is, it's a relatively high population. But that's just because
Well, and I'm actually really surprised because I mean, I don't know, like the gold cards are supposed to be like, ooh, this is so hard to pull. Yet I
but
pull
so
all
you
of them.
you can come here and you can see your pre-grade images. You can also do this slider to turn on the stereoscopic camera that they use to find things that you can't find.
Right.
And then you come down here, it'll give you your issues. So you get your centering percentages. So like on the front for like a 10, 55, 45 is the max. So and then it'll tell you where all your dings are. So it says there's a surface ding on the front is the only real ding, and then ding is defect identified, notable grading significance. So it says that there is a surface defect. You can click here and see view, and it will kind of highlight where about the defect is.
Which is crazy because like
the yellow box doesn't always hit it perfectly because like I don't see a mark there on the actual card.
well, that's what I'm just looking in that like relative area and I just can't even, it's just so shiny. I don't know.
So what I noticed in roughly the same area, if you get more there, kind of if you flip it right around the middle, you can see a faint line right there that I don't think is just a print line.
Oh, okay.
And even then, print lines can matter on the front. So I think, like I said, where it actually is on this screen isn't always spot on.
Right. Not super accurate.
But you can scroll down a little bit more and it'll show you like it has it all mapped. So like oh wait, actually, you see it again. See that map has it in a slightly different spot. Okay, actually, then that line that I saw might just be a print line. It may be kind of those bubbles over there, which is
that's what I was thinking when I looked at it. But then I thought like there's more on the card than just right there.
Yeah, but I think those are a little bit more pronounced.
Mm.
Specifically, the one that's kind of in line with where that should be.
I mean, hey, not bad for my first go at it.
No.
It could be way worse.
Yeah, but if you scroll down, it gives you some closer looks at the corners and the edges. And then on the very bottom, it has some really nice photos of your slab that you can download. And then it's got the different places you could post it or sell it so that it's already like pre-aspect ratioed for what you want to use. So I'm a big Tag fan. Their prices are in line with everybody else. Their turnaround times are good. But I guess this actually makes a great segue into one of our first topics. Which is happy no PSA May, everybody.
No PSA May, which is, I guess, maybe also possibly going to date when we recorded this. It's May 2nd.
Yeah.
Do with that information what you will.
Yeah, because we're not going to be, obviously, it takes me a long time to edit. If you guys watched episode 1, then you saw how rough that was.
And I feel very bad. I didn't know it was going to be that hard to do when I gave this idea to Mike.
It's okay. I volunteered to do it, and I make everything harder on myself.
You know, as long as you know that.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm self-aware. So, like I said, I'm just not a PSA fan. They've had their scandals, and I'm not saying the Tag is perfect and Tag is without scandals. But I feel like Tag has had some good responses, and PSA has had some that were just kind of like recently with the lenticular deoxys card, and then there was.
I know as like just like a normie who like again, this is my first graded card ever.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of discourse about PSA. Like I've seen them just doing kind of maybe what I would call maybe possibly some like shady things that I've seen other creators bring up. And
like I said, there was the whole the lenticular deoxys where the guy resubmitted the card. It was already a PSA 10, and he just submitted it for a reholder where they upgrade the cert number and he gets the new slab design and the new security features and all that. And they came back and said that they damaged the card. And that due to the damage which they had caused to it, it was now graded a 6, and that reduced the value from $20,000 to like $675, I believe.
Oh my gosh!
And
can
so
you sue for that? Can we start suing people?
Yeah, the sue stuff gets a little weird. But so they said like, hey, we'll pay you the fair market value of the PSA 10 that you had. Right. I said, okay, like I'll take that. And so he provided them the 3 most recent eBay comps, which is usually how you price graded cards.
Right.
The 3 most recent eBay comps were, I want to say 45,000, 45,000, and 40,000.
Whew.
And so he's like, cool, here are the 3 most recent comps on it. This is where the market value is. And PSA came back and said, no, we value it at like 19,900 and change.
Jeez. I didn't know they got to decide.
Well, and they also only offered it in like a credit to PSA.
Oh, what?
And it's like, who's going to grade that much with them? And
well, can you buy like from PSA? Like, could he use that type? Which, not that I would ever like.
Yes and no. And that's another one of the issues is that recently PSA, obviously they grade the cards, so they're the source of the grading, and that's kind of one of their more recent scandals was they've been buying back a lot of their cards at card shows at 100%, which is
that's what I've heard.
Not common, and they do a lot of it for the repacks, like the GameStop power packs, and but you know they also own like eBay Vault is now PSA Vault, and it runs through eBay.
Oh.
So like you can,
that I've heard of that.
So like you can send your slabs there, and they're actually protected in a vault, and then you can use a vault, and then you can use it as a marketplace for selling your PSA slabs, and then PSA also sells their own slabs in that marketplace.
Okay.
So that was one of the more recent scandals. Was, they like somebody graded with them. Their grades came back a 9. They were like, hey, do you want to sell them to us just like right now for the 9 grade? You want to send them to you? The person was like, yeah, I'll sell them. So he sold them and then ran the cert numbers, and all of his certs have been upgraded to 10 once he sold them PSA.
Oh, yeah.
And it's literally like, this is what everyone was worried about.
Yeah. Well, and that almost feels like they're like monopolizing it at that point.
Well, yeah. So then there's another, PSA, or not PSA, but Collector, PSA parent company.
Oh, wait, Collector owns PSA?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Collectors is the parent company.
Oh.
Because PSA's got their like PSA for cards, and then there's a different name for the company through them that grades coins.
They grade.
Yeah, so like if you have like
a Pokemon coins or like actual like
so
currency?
you can do Pokemon coins through PSA, but like they have a company that will actually do like legitimate coins, like.
I didn't know you could
like
grade a coin. What are we? Yeah. What is happening?
Yeah, so PSA does magazines, comic books.
See, magazine and comic books, I could get that. Other trading cards, I get that. But like, what?
They do all the sports
what are you
memorabilia.
grading a coin for?
To protect the. I mean, look, you've got coins that are worth hundreds of dollars just because it's a super rare coin.
I guess I've never. I don't know. That's the one thing my autism can't latch on to is the collecting coins. I'm like, give me any tiny creature, I'll collect it. A coin, nah.
Yeah, I've never been a big coin collector. Sorry if any of you are also coin collectors.
Yeah, no hate. My dad collected coins, and then we moved, and he left them there on accident because there was like a kind of like a Harry Potter situation under the stairs, and he had hidden them like in the rafters down there so that if anyone ever broke in to steal his coins, God forbid, they couldn't get the coins. And he left them there. But apparently it was like a crazy coin collection.
Interesting. I have to go break into their house.
I know. Well, and I know the address.
We're just talking about in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, hypothetically.
Yeah, we did not just confess to or conspire to commit a crime on a podcast.
I would never. I'm a law-abiding citizen through and through.
Yeah, we're just discussing what to do in Minecraft to recover her diamond collection.
Right, and they also cut down the tree that me and my dad planted. So like I have some pent-up rage.
Not helping our situation.
In Minecraft.
You're just describing your motive. Anyway, back onto the Pokemon discussion. Or the PSA discussion, really. Yeah. So, but it's obviously you've got all the other companies, the big ones being PSA, CGC, SGC, Beckett. Tag, is up there usually in last place for numbers, but they are increasing. And PSA has a bit of an up and down with a general up followed by some downs. I'm all for the No May PSA thing, but even if you look at the actual hashtag, it's not trending as much.
Yeah.
You're seeing it more thanks to the algorithm.
Yeah, no, well, and it was something that I had brought up because I knew that Mike was really into grading cards, and I had seen a post on Instagram that was, showing a bunch of different percentages for how many more cards Tag is grading now, and PSA has gone down, and the whole thing was like, no PSA May. And I was like, that's crazy. I've never heard of this, but apparently they're trying to start the movement.
Yeah, and Tag's, it wasn't their direct response, but the big news is Tag halted submissions yesterday for their basic and standard tiers, which are their two cheapest.
Is that what we sent our new ones in?
So ours is standard, but they're still going to process any submissions that are postmarked prior May 1st or before. So
Okay. Okay,
ours
so
is
we're
already
safe.
ours is already there in the chain, so we're good.
And whenever I get my gold Gardevoir back, we'll do the same thing, and I'll show you what I get, and
Yeah,
maybe that one will be
maybe
a
I'll
10.
do, because I've got 7 cards over there with her Gardevoir. Well, her Gardevoir is with my 7 cards. Is a
Yeah.
better way to put it.
Mike does everything for me because I think the process sounds way too complicated, and I don't want to go to the post office.
Oh,
So.
then I've got another process we're gonna talk about in a minute.
Oh,
But,
good.
but yeah, so maybe when I get my grades back, we'll do a reveal on here for all of them.
Yeah.
If I can be patient enough. It's
That'd
not
be
likely,
fun.
but we'll find out.
Well, I mean, maybe we could time it to where you're getting the cards, and we're like, drop everything you're doing. We're filming the podcast.
Yeah, we'll find out. I guess
Well,
time will tell.
and by the time we get them back in, I don't know, 100 years from now, I'll hopefully still be on summer break, and then we could just do it whenever.
Yeah. Well, this one should come back in like early June, so like even if it gets delayed. But anyway,
Okay.
Tag halted their submissions for those 2 lower tiers, and they specifically cited issues with that they did not want to accept any more submissions in those categories until they could stay true to their turnaround times.
No, and I think that's valid. I mean, it's obviously, as a consumer, like, that's really annoying because I want to
Well,
send
and
you
it
my
shows
card,
'cause
but
PSA and all the other companies, it's not just a PSA thing, but they regularly increase their turnaround times. I believe there's still a banner on PSA's website from where they increased them back in February, maybe. And it was only by a few days per tier, but it was still frustrating to see that your card, for the cheaper tier that most of us can afford because we're not doing the membership, it was going from like 60 to 65 days or something like that, which is crazy.
Yeah. I just feel like that's a long. What is Tag's like?
So Tag's
turnaround
longest
like?
turnaround time is 45 days.
Which is I mean, I guess it's just like the volume that they receive, like.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're doing right now is working on different ways to expand their operations, which is something they had to do last year.
They went 24. Someone went 24 hours a day, right? Or
So
added weekends or something.
I know Tag is doing that. Tag does weekends and 24/7. Their turnaround times are still listed in business days.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I wouldn't be overly surprised if PSA was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they all do.
Yeah.
Like right now, the CGC, because I just submitted my first card to CGC, the CGC turnaround times for like the similarly priced tier is like 10 days.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're not grading nearly as much, but they're
Right.
grading more than Tag, but less than PSA, like
Right.
according to Gem Rate, which is the.
Well, and then that kind of leads me to another question, because again, I don't really understand. I'm not super into the whole grading world.
Yeah.
So like, I know like when I go on my apps, and I'm looking up the prices of things, like CGC is always like the lowest price. PSA is always the highest. Tag sometimes is around. Why? Why?
So that's a great, because there's different things, there's different issues with what gets away at one company may not get away at another.
Right.
Like there was a big thing, I believe it was around cert number 115 million for PSA.
Mm-hmm.
This was sometime around this time last year, a little earlier in the year from last year.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said 115 million?
Yeah.
Is that like cards total or just Pokemon or like everything?
That's cards total.
Okay,
It's like
okay,
everything.
okay.
Yeah, every card they've graded, like, you get the cert number.
Yeah, no, it just took a second for that number to process in my head, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, that is a big number.
Yeah, like I said, I could be totally wrong with that, but I want to say that it was like cards graded, like PSA did a big standards change at around 115 million.
Okay.
And so that like created a divide for certain numbers pre-115 and now post-115. So it could be totally wrong on that, but I do know that there was like a point that PSA drew a line in the sand. It was like, we're upping our grading, so we're getting stricter on our standards.
Okay.
And because that's like, I have a Koraidon from, it's one of the hyper rares, I think, from SV Base. That's like a 94 million, and you can see like clear marks on the back, and it's a 10. It's PSA 10. And you can see like clear like whitening on the back of the card that like would have had my tag cards down to like an 8.
Right.
But because it's that PSA increasing standard, didn't totally count for a good comparison.
Right.
But yes, it's kind of that. It's also the look of the slab. So the big thing with PSA's been in business for what? Somebody that knows better than me tell us, but I want to say it's like 60, 65 years or something like that. It's been around for a while.
What even cards were they making 65 years
well,
ago?
like I said, they grade everything.
Oh, you're right. We have
baseballs,
coins, we have
signatures,
magazines.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to say the company itself has been in business for like 65 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got a lot of time in there. They're the oldest by far.
Okay, okay.
So it's just, and you look at these other companies and they, like a lot of them have something special in their own right. Like Beckett
Mm-hmm.
has the Beckett Black Label, um, which like PSA doesn't have anything to mark a like Gem Mint as high as PSA goes. You
Right.
know, Tag has a pristine, CGC has a pristine, Beckett has the Black Label, which is their
Mm-hmm.
pristine. Um, so, but you've got the look at the slabs, you've got, you know, their standards. The big thing with PSA, because they've been in so long and they're known for being the most liquid, is in you can take them anywhere and sell them. You've got to think you've got, like, even though they're all the other companies are vying for first place, obviously, but PSA is, there's so many brick and mortar stores, you know, card vendors.
They have stores?
Not for PSA. I'm just talking about
Oh, oh,
any
oh,
any
oh.
card shop that sells PSA,
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
like
Okay,
our
okay.
local ones that do.
Right, right.
You know, there's so much money. Like look at, you know, a trip to Collecticon,
Yeah.
and you've got vendors that may have 100 grand on their table
Right.
in PSA slabs,
Right. Well,
and
it's almost like that meme, where it's like me waiting at the vendor table to buy my $1 card while they're making a $14,000 deal with a 12-year-old. Like,
yes, if I'm figured the editing out at all, here's the meme.
ta-da!
But so the issue is you've got to think that like all of that inventory on their table represents real money to them.
Right, right.
Like they had to pay, whether they pulled the card and paid, you know, 25, 30, 45, 50, $60 to grade it, or whether they bought it, you know, at a percentage and are now selling it at market. Like that's money. That it's the same thing as a store.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's that product where like to go, hey, Tag is going to overthrow PSA as the number one grader.
Yeah.
They would all, like, that would devalue all their
Yeah.
PSA slabs, which would crash the Pokemon economy.
Right. Well, I
Um,
mean, but like is that just, I guess, like a collective? Like we could just collectively decide that we all like Tag better and throw the
I
whole
mean,
system
yeah,
over?
we could all
We could
the
rain anarchy
collecting,
upon them?
yeah, the collecting community as a whole could go, you know what? SGC is now the new standard.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, humans could go, you know what? The dollar bill is out, a blade of grass is in.
Right. And I wish they would. And I wish
Yeah.
they would.
Except, like I said, that would terrorize the economy as a whole.
Right. Well,
So it's the same concept. Like I'm not disillusioned. Like I like Tag because I sell a little bit of my stuff, but I don't. I grade for my personal collection. I'm
right.
a very small fraction of the population. Y'all can come for me in the comments if you want. I don't care. But yeah, like I grade because I like the look of the slab. I like how
Mm-hmm.
it displays. I like the information on top. Um, the Tag slabs look particularly good with some of the extended art frames because
That's
you
what I
just
was gonna
see.
mention. Because I know that you've shown me some like really
Yeah,
sick
you
ones
can just see
before.
the artwork through the slab.
Yeah.
And some of them I've had luck selling to both individuals and stores. But like I said, I grade for me, I grade for the preservation, you know, and that's usually my advice to people is like, if you want a slab that looks really good, that's just aesthetically pleasing, um, you can, uh, you can grade with Tag. If you are grading it because you want to sell it or you want the
Mhm.
investment value, PSA is just going to be your best option.
Right.
And I'm not too prideful to admit that. Like I said, I don't grade with PSA at the moment personally, but that's because, like I said, I'm not grading to
Yeah.
sell. I'll just go sell the cards raw and not take the chance on wasting the
Yeah.
money grading.
No, well, and too, because Tag uses like AI, right? Or
Yeah, so
not
that's
AI, but like
no,
machines, or
it's
it is
AI.
AI.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's straight up. It's just AI. Yeah. So like with Tag, because there was actually somebody who went and did Tag's walkthrough service, which you actually get to like go there.
Oh,
It's
I
like
didn't know this was an option. Can
it's
we
like
take a field trip?
it's
Class
like
field trip?
$300 a card. Um,
Class field trip?
maybe one day.
Make us some money, guys, and I'll go on a field
Tag,
trip.
please sponsor us.
Let's go on a field trip.
But so they do like they take the pre-images, the AI grades it, spots all the stuff. A person that is still involved, like they look at it and confirm that the AI didn't like make anything up or
Okay,
that it
okay.
didn't miss anything.
See, I feel
And
like
then it,
that was the part I was missing. I thought that it was just like straight AI, and they were like, "Okay, our computer said this. Here's your card."
no, there is like a person that verifies. Versus PSA, your card just goes to a person, but then like
Well, I've see, but that just doesn't make. sense to me why PSA. I mean, I know PSA has been around for longer, but it just seems like tag would be more reliable. Because then I've also seen things that are like from PSA where they're like, there's no way my card should have been graded this. Whoever was grading it was having a bad day.
Especially in your vintage stuff, there's plenty of stories of people getting it back and being like, this card right here is way more blemished than this card right here. And they'll look at the grades, and the more blemished card got the higher grade. And it's like, what's up with this? And then, PSA doesn't. I think you can now pay extra for grader notes versus, as we've just shown on screen, tag gives you everything.
Which that's nice, which I'll have to go through it again later and actually try and understand. I mean, I understood what you told me, but I gotta go back through and lock it
obviously,
in.
Like I said, it took me a little while to understand. Like I said, after 70 cards, I've kind of figured out what they're talking about. And I'm not saying that I'm a grading expert. I'm not saying that I'm Tag's biggest customer.
Oh, but he will be. He's getting a microscope?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a microscope for the pre-grading to help me out. My pre-grading's already getting pretty good.
Yeah. Well, do you use like an app for it? No, you just are like, let me stare at it real close. Just
looking really close. I don't really have. I'll use an app sometimes for the centering. I've been honestly just trying to kind of eyeball centering for the most part, but.
Well, and I've tried a couple apps for centering, but I'm gonna be so real, they were not user friendly at all. And I was sitting there and I'm like, I don't know.
And even like the AI grading apps, I've never had good luck with. So I'm gonna get a cheap digital microscope. There's a way that I can record doing that. We can do some pre-grade stuff before.
And maybe we can look at other things under the microscope just for funsies, because I think that would be fun.
Who knows?
I mean, I am a science teacher after all, so I would like to use the microscope.
Oh, Nicole, job dropped. That's crazy.
Ooh, job lore, episode 2.
But yeah. So, like I said, I have my first CGC submission.
So what made you decide to submit to CGC?
It was specifically, I'm sure any of the PSA fans that are coming from me in the comments are also familiar with the graded guard, which is a plastic bumper that you can put around the slab.
Oh my, I've heard so much tea about this.
So that's the hot topic on whether vendor prices include grader guards or not.
Right.
Because you'll get people that have really good prices, and it's because it's without the guard, and then. But because people don't realize, like, you can go on to graded guard and like buy guards.
Yeah, well, and
they do like limited ones. Yeah, and so you actually, like, a lot of them you have to get like into a drawing for.
Yeah.
Like you have to get, like, your name has to get drawn by the system to get the opportunity to buy it. So so some of them are like rare and valuable.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so there's a big argument on vendors, and so you get guys that'll be like in the middle of closing like a $15,000+ deal cash at like a card show, and then the vendor will throw in like, hey, that price is without, I need the guards back, like that's without the guards, and they're like,
it's just so, I'm like, it's a little piece of plastic around your other little piece of plastic holding a piece of cardboard.
Well, I can understand, but what I don't understand is why you're not being not to say you're not, like there are vendors that I'm sure are transparent and never have this issue. But I don't understand, like, when you're closing a deal, like, why you're not upfront. Yeah. Like, hey, this is with or without the guards.
Yeah, I feel like that, and I feel like even as, like, a customer, like, you shouldn't even have to ask, but I guess, like, that would be smart to ask. Like, when you start, just be like, hey, so is this included? Or,
if you have it on display, like, don't make the guard part of the display. Yeah. Like, if you have it on display with the guard, it comes with the guard. But it's also because especially a lot of their custom guard or a lot of their limited edition guards are not, like, they don't necessarily seem to make it with.
What just happened? Your iPhone storage is full. Oh, I hope that saved the video. That's okay. You gotta click on video. Oh, that was a really fun sound in my headphones. Something like that. I mean, we'll just be like, it got cut off. Did you look at where you left off speaking? What were we talking about? Guys, so the phone ran out of storage because we're really professional and we're using an iPhone.
My iPhone. But.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry for that. That cut out. Obviously, we're still figuring out this whole podcast thing, but we were talking about something.
Yeah, we were talking about PSA stuff. I guess we could have gotten back.
Oh, the guards. The card guards.
Yes, and why I submitted to CGC. So card guards. And I guess let's get back on track with that. So I was like, well, you know what? I don't like I said, card guards. The specific brand is really like PSA, CGC, Beckett. They don't do anything for tag. But I was like, you know what? I'll see if I can get some PSA or any card guards, and maybe that will, or graded guards, and maybe that will prompt me to use some other grading services depending on what I can get. You know, I was like, you got to be in it to win it, right?
Right.
And so the first limited edition one that they did was specifically for CGC, and it wasn't a drawing. You had to submit a card to CGC and use the code, and you got a free limited edition graded guard.
So is it all the same, or are they like,
Yeah.
ooh, you gave us this Pokemon, so now you get this?
No, it's
this
all the
one.
same. It's the Nocturne guard is the
Okay.
name of it, but it's black with like gold flecks in it.
Well, I was just gonna say Nocturne. I was like, ooh, black, my favorite color.
Yeah, so I did the black and gold Eternatus V.
Oh, yes. I think I have that card as well.
So, and it's pretty clean. Like I said, I'm fairly confident. So we'll see how it comes back. And because they only had 2,000 of the graded guards, it doesn't like tell you if you got it. I don't know if they had 2,000 of them. I don't know
So
if
that's
once.
like a double surprise. What's your grade, and do you get a guard?
Well, yeah. Well, so but I don't know like if they hit the max, if it would say like promo code no longer valid.
I would think so.
Like as of right now, they're still posting the promos for like submit to CGC, get the guard.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that because they're still actively promoting it, that it didn't run out. I got mine in like I submitted mine like 5 minutes after it opened. So I was, like,
well, then
ready
I'm
for it.
sure you're probably. I mean, I say that I obviously don't know how
Well,
many
I
people
say the
really
thing,
want
like
a
their
guard.
website's like stopped like it was like at noon one day Eastern time, and their website like stopped functioning for a few minutes. I was
Oh,
like,
gosh.
there's a lot of people. on
Server
here.
down.
Yeah, so it was much harder to do the submission, but so we'll see. Maybe I'll definitely show you all on here if I got it. But yeah, so that, and then I am actually going to be doing another CGC submission in probably June
Okay.
because there was the Evolving Skies 3-pack blister that has an Umbreon promo in it.
Oh, love of my life.
And I have gotten a solid lead on a miscut.
Oh.
And CGC is the most prominent grading company that does errors.
Right. Well, yeah, because people buy, like, the graded, like, errors, right? Because they're like, ooh, look, it says error.
Yeah, so I don't know how any of the other companies handle errors in particular, but I know CGC, as far as I know, is the only one that will, like, the error won't impact the grade, and they'll specifically identify the error on the slab.
Interesting.
So, like, this is, I
How
think,
would the error not affect the grade?
because they
Because
They'll-
I'm just thinking about ones I've seen that are, like, miscut, where, like, half the card is missing, and I'm like, okay, how are you going to grade
but they're
that?
not like when you're grading it with the error being obviously the error wasn't intentionally caused, but you were grading it to like document and protect the error.
Yeah.
And obviously this card's really rare when it's an error, so
Yeah.
it's I guess the idea is like, hey, obviously the centering's off. Like we're clear. The centering off is what makes this card
clearly.
desirable. And so at the same time, I don't know. Maybe the error does still get accounted for in the grade. Maybe it's impossible to get a 10 when you check error and they denote the error. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Time will tell. But so I got one of those. So the error card is still in the 3-pack blister with the 3 packs.
Oh, so you're going to grade the whole, like,
No. CGC only does card. Well, they do other stuff too, but they don't do like the whole product.
Okay, so it's like who does? Because I know PSA does like packs.
Yeah, PSA does packs. I have a few packs. I have a few packs off at grading and a few packs back graded.
Is it so when they do it? Would they do like a 3-pack blister, or
I
do
don't
you
know.
have to
I
send
think
like?
it's just the packs.
See, guys, I feel like we have so many markets we could tap into here.
Well, but what she interrupted me
Sorry.
is that when I get it, because I'm going to rip the blister because I want to grade the error.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have 3 packs of Evolving Skies or Evolving Cries to open on pod.
Could you imagine if we pull an Umbreon? I might
my
fall over and
God.
cry, and I will offer you I don't care how much money on the spot.
We'll have to see. We'll have to. We'll have to see. what goes
Currently, I'm fighting for my life with one of our friends who bought a really cute Flareon card. I don't know exactly where it's from, but it's the one that's like sparkly and it's got all the cutie little hearts on it. And I'm fighting for my life. I'll find a picture. We'll put it in if Mike knows how to edit by this time here. No, but it's so cute and it's only like $60. but he won't let me buy it because he was like, I want to sell it to other people. And I was like, I have money. Please give me the Flareon. So if y'all know where I can just buy every Evolution card ever, let me know. For, like, not breaking my bank.
TCGplayer.com, the number one marketplace for TCG cards.
I
TCG
hate that
Player,
website.
please sponsor us.
I can't figure out how to use it to save my life. It makes no sense to me.
I'll have to show you. I bought hundreds of cards off TCG.
I know, but every time I go on TCG, and I don't know if it's because I only, like, go on the website on my phone. I don't know if there's, like, an app for it. I don't know.
No, I find, honestly, the app is more confusing.
I don't know. It just doesn't, something about it is just, it's not clicking, and I don't get it.
Obviously.
Does anything ever click? I don't know.
The gears click when they're not.
They're grinding.
But yeah, so that was my CGC. Oh, so I was saying, so I've got the Error Umbreon. Mm-hmm. Well, I just happened to be at the local card store and picked up a shockingly clean copy of the same promo.
Okay.
So I'm going to grade them both together, one error, one non-error. And hopefully, because they're graded together, they'll have sequential serial numbers.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that would be so cute.
Just to have one, like I feel like it'd be a really cool part of the collection to have one error and one like non-error. And like I said, I think it's definitely a miscut error, but I believe it's what they would class because I think you can see a little bit of the card above it.
Okay.
Which I believe classifies it as a major miscut, which is actually more rare than the minor miscut.
Okay.
According to CGC's website. So.
And, like, do people go, like, crazy, like, over the error? Like, do people pay, like, crazy money for it?
The error to the right person, the error will skyrocket the value astronomically.
Wow.
Well, and because you've got to think that card is potentially, I mean, like, obviously errors are common, but that specific card
it's like a
with the card above
type deal, yeah.
Yeah, so depending how bad it is, like I said, I think from this one it's a leaf energy card, like, not specifically leaf energy, but like a green card above it. Yeah. And it's just a little sliver of green on the top, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's not like you can see half of one card, half of another kind of thing. But yeah. Like I said, the errors obviously make the card way more rare. So
that's true.
And technically every error is different. So that'll be my second CGC submission. And I don't think I'll do anything else to CGC unless I have a specific reason to like that again.
Yeah.
But one thing I am looking at doing is submitting to ARS.
I have never heard of that.
Nobody here has, I'd be willing to bet.
If you do, sound off in the comments below. Prove Mike wrong.
ARS slabs look like this. So ARS only grades, it's a Japanese grading company. They only grade Japanese cards that are based in Japan. It's very hard to submit to ARS from the U.S., but I think I found a proxy company where, like, I send them my card and they send it to ARS and then send it back to me.
Okay, see, that would make me so anxious, though, if I have to, like, okay, guys, you get my cards. Okay, now I'm going to trust you that you're going to send them to Japan.
Well, so I'm, like, the address I send it to is in Japan.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that would make more sense, I guess, yeah.
It is a lot of trust, but from what I've looked at online, it seems pretty reputable.
Okay.
So I may try it with, like, a not super valuable card, but ARS is very, like, they're very specific on, like, what they grade. Like, they grade regular cards, but they're, like, as you can see from the picture, they're, like, tags in there where they have, or the label where they have all the information is, like, actually metal.
Oh.
And the info is, like, laser engraved into the metal. It's, like, a super, super thick, heavy slab.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about just going big and doing the Mega Dream Gengar.
Okay.
If I can get my hands on a copy.
Yeah.
I've also heard that because, like, so Japanese cards obviously have a way higher standard just because the Japanese printing is just a different beast than the U.S. That because the centering is so good on Japanese cards, I don't even look at the centering. It's really more about the surface and the foil and any dents or scratches or issues. So I've really got to, so when I find, because I'm probably not going to pull the Gengar from Mega Dream.
Right.
So if I go to buy it, I've got to be really, really particular because I would love to get, like, I'm not going to be grading a bunch with ARS.
Right.
Not to be confused with the AGS, which is an American-based company that's kind of trying to compete with TAG but isn't getting all that much traction.
Yeah, I don't know that I've heard of AGS either. I mean, really the only ones I know are PSA, TAG, and CGC. And Beckett.
Yeah, Beckett's the big one. They've got the black label. Black labels are insane.
I would say that I see that, honestly, probably, like, less than I see CGC, honestly.
You see the Beckett less than you see CGC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Beckett, I mean, like a lot of people use Beckett, but the Beckett Black Label is kind of the goal. So like a card will not Black Label. So most of the companies do for your centering on the front. It's for a 10. It's a 55-45 percentage, and so as long as it falls within that 55-45. Beckett Black Labels have to be a perfect 50-50 on all sides.
Oh, wow.
On the front. I don't know if they have a lesser tolerance on the back, but I know on the front it's got to be an even 50-50 on all sides.
Oh, wow. Is that, I mean, how often does that even actually happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not often. Like, you'll find, like, the Charizard SIR from Phantasmal, like, I want to say for, like, Beckett Black Label, I think there was, like, 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like
that's way more intense than I knew.
I would venture to say that your Beckett Black Label population numbers are going to be in the single digits.
Wow. So I mean, then
double digits for stuff that's been around long enough.
Yeah. I mean, so then should Beckett be the standard? Like,
well, their Black Label is, but the Black Label is so hard to get that nobody's chasing a Black Label because it's barely even realistic for the machine printing that we have.
Yeah, like, that's fair. Well, especially with the English cards too. Like I know you mentioned that the Japanese are way cleaner, which I've noticed opening cards.
Yeah, well, that's just because the Japanese cards, the ones that we get over here, typically all come from Japan. Like,
right.
They're printed in Japan. They're sold over there. Obviously, there are people that ship them over here because there is still a market for people that like the artwork and don't care about the writing.
Mostly, I just care about it's cheaper than me trying to buy it in English.
Well, but there's also, like, because you and I are both players. So, like, obviously, the Japanese cards doesn't appeal to us on the player side because we can't play a Japanese card no matter what it is.
It's just exciting to pull. Well, and I like, because when you buy the boxes from Japan, we've talked about this in person before, not on the podcast, but because of their gambling laws, like you're guaranteed a certain amount of certain hits.
Like every booster box. Well, but you've also got to think it's not as lucrative to them over there because not that people don't buy the booster boxes full, but I mean, if you've ever like looked at the booster box, like it's meant to be like the American booster boxes, it's meant to be opened up and sit on a store shelf for a kid to come up and take a pack out of. We just, because of the way...
Why would we do that when you could open the entire box?
Well, because of the way that they come over here in the boxes and just the American culture has sold the Japanese booster boxes as full boxes. We look at it as a guaranteed hit. They don't look at it as a guaranteed hit.
That's true.
Their laws require that one out of so many packs has a certain hit in it, and that's why they seed the hits in the boxes.
Right.
And then, but I mean, at the same time, you've got Mega Dream, which is, you know, in a box of Mega Dream, you've got 10 packs instead of 32. But you're guaranteed, like, instead of it being like one, I think SR is super rare. Instead of it being one super rare item and one super rare Pokemon guaranteed, you're guaranteed like 3 illustration rares, 1 mega attack rare. You're not guaranteed an SAR, but I would argue that it's probably more common.
Oh, yeah, definitely. With the Japanese boxes that I've opened, I think almost every time I've pulled an SAR.
See, I've never pulled an SAR. I mean, granted, I've only opened like 3 or 4 Japanese boxes, but I've never pulled an SAR to Japanese.
Yeah. No, I have an opening problem.
But yeah, but because Mega Dream is like a premium set, like the special sets in the U.S.
Right, yeah, God Pack.
It got a smaller booster box and a way higher hit rate. Or not even a higher hit rate, just more hits seated in the box.
Right. Yeah, because it's kind of like Black Bolt, White Flare. Like, that's a special set.
Yeah. So.
And that gives me so many hits. And my friend literally lives next to a vending machine. I think actually he might live inside of the vending machine with the amount of product that he's bought for me. Obviously, I paid him back. But so now I have 2 White Flare ETBs and 3 Black Bolt booster bundles that he's gotten for me that I'm so excited to open.
Also, I have been locked in. Our local card shops where we live are very generous and not related to us being on the podcast, but just my personal friendship with them. I have been confirmed for one of every Chaos Rising product.
Oh, wow.
So we'll definitely open up some on the podcast. We're not going to make this like a card opening channel, but like...
No, but I mean, hey, if you get a booster box, that could probably be our entire podcast.
Yeah, or we could do like we did on the last one with Perfect Order and just do the hits and talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll figure it out.
Probably be like episode 4, I think, because it didn't come out until the 22nd. So
sure, I don't know. We'll see where we are at that point in time.
Yeah, we might have given up by then.
No,
Depends
Never
if you
give
guys
up.
like, comment, and subscribe properly.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys have to, boost our egos a little bit so we
Yeah.
don't get discouraged and quit.
Yeah, all the 3 people of you watching this.
Yeah, no, I don't even. One of them's my mom. Hi, Mom. She's very excited.
Didn't you have like a Pokemon Go announcement or something that had you like fired up about Pokemon Go?
Oh, yes. I'm a little less fired up about it now because I've gotten used to it, but they updated the app. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if it bothered you as much as it bothered me, but now in the little, and let me pull it up too so that I can be accurate in my hatred, and I'll screen record it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But where's my do not disturb? So I've been playing Pokemon Go since 2016. There's been a lot of changes, but something that they changed recently, which I was really excited about when I saw the little icon in the app, is they added a little calendar. And so I sat there before I clicked on it and I was like, oh my God, like that's so convenient. They're going to give me a calendar for the month and it's going to say on this day, this is happening, on this day, this is, and that's not what it is. And that's what I want so badly because I'm not going to sit there and go through their announcements and...
So what does the calendar do?
So it literally just tells you, like, what's happening right now. So, like, today is Inte Raid Day.
Yeah.
So they have that. And then it's just basically, like, exactly what it was before, except now it's a button and they got me excited for nothing.
Oh,
where it's like, you know how you would go, like, into your... news tab, and it's still all the same. It's the same exact thing, just now it's twice in a different area, and it tells you more specifically. The look is a little different.
See, like, I'm a little unhappy because they, as of GoFest this year in July for GoFest Global, they're going to be splitting up the X and Y energies.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that too because I was talking about that today at Raid Day, and I was like, what do you mean I'm going to have to try 400 times harder than I already try?
Yeah, well, so from what for those of you that are watching this before July.
Of 2026 specifically.
Yes, because we're going to be doing this for years.
Yeah, forever.
Anywhere.
And you're going to come back on the 500th episode and you're going to be like, oh, I should restart this. Let's restart this.
But at GoFest, they're splitting up X and Y, so like we'll be getting... Right now, Charizard should be the only one in the game who has an X and Y.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, it happened again. We ran out of storage again.
Welcome back after storage issues part 2.
Oh my gosh. Guys, we're going to figure this out one day. Maybe third time's the charm, right? Episode 3. That'll be the perfect, the standard.
Yes.
But anyway, split Mega Energy.
Yeah, so as a cautionary tale for those of you that are playing Pokemon Go, as I understand it, the amount... So... Like Charizard X and Charizard Y are really the only ones it applies to now. But if you have 500 Mega Energy, I believe it's supposed to go to 500X and 500Y.
Yeah, so I was talking to some of our community members today while we were at Raid Day, and so from my very trusted source, I don't know, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants to be talked about on the podcast, but he said basically what they're going to do with the energy is the amount of energy you had. Like, say you had 1,200 Mega Energy, they're going to split it directly in half, and 600 goes to X and 600 goes to Y. But what everyone is still really confused about is when you're walking that Pokemon, like, because when you walk them, you get Mega Energy. So are they going to give you both Mega Energies? Is it just going to be one?
No, so it should just be one, because I've also seen that, like, for Mega leveling, it's now going to be a separate Mega level for X and separate Mega level for Y. So it would make no sense for them to give you both from just walking.
Right. Well, but my thing is I've
Mega evolved. I don't know.
Well, because both of the Charizards that I've Mega evolved before, I've Mega evolved them X and Mega evolved them Y previously.
Yeah.
So, and you're still going to have the ability to do that on that Pokemon. So I'm like, how are you going to decide which energy you're giving me?
Yeah, well, so that's what I say. So for Charizard, for those of you that know about this before it happens, for Charizard, just go ahead and max out your Mega level now, because I'm sure if you have Mega level 3 unlocked, they're not going to make you...
Yeah, they're not gonna take anything away, I don't think.
Yeah, and same thing, if you are worried about not having enough Mega Energy, then just try to up your Mega Energy as much as you can. And then obviously with Mewtwo X and Y, they're like we won't get Mewtwo X and Y until it's already...
Right.
And
Well,
it's just, but
I'm a little
I think
worried
it's just
about
going
that, too.
to make the game a little grindier.
Yeah.
because-
Well, and I'm a little worried because in their announcement, and I saw a bunch of other people talking about this online too, like they made it seem like it's going to be the most mega energy like you will ever need to like mega something. They made it sound like it was going to be
So one thing
crazy.
I saw is that when you catch them from the raids, they're supposed to already be mega evolved. So
Okay.
they're supposed to.
Oh, so then I can do it for free then.
Yeah, so it's a guarantee level 1 mega unlock.
Okay.
But because they're doing it like they did Raichu, not Raichu, Dragonite during Dragonite and Victory Bell during KOTOR, so it'll have 4 mega levels.
Okay.
So apparently, if you get really lucky, you've got the potential to have Mega Level 2 and Mega Level 3 unlocked.
Okay. So then also, because I haven't really looked into the Mega Level 4 stuff because, like, I don't have a Mega Level 4.
Yeah, so my Dragonite's already Mega Level 4.
So do you have to pay with energy to get
Yes.
level 4?
Yeah.
Okay. That seems so... I just feel like that's... I mean, and I know it's a game and they need to make money and you have to do the things, but I'm like... But before it was, like, free. Like, you just had to wait the 7 days and then your time would go down. So, like, even if I have it maxed to 3, if I don't have enough energy...
You still get up to 3 and then, so it was 5,000 energy, but I can tell you I started... because we were together the entire time at, what was it, KOTOR? Yeah, we were together the entire time at KOTOR. In just the raids that we played at KOTOR, I had enough to get mine all the way up to level 3 and do the level 5 upgrade.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not going to be as much of a problem as I'm worrying about because obviously when we go, there are 100 people there playing. We do a million raids and we normally get enough.
It's 5,000 energy, but I feel like I don't know, because we must have gotten more from the Dragonite raids because we definitely didn't, I had way more than 5,000 Dragonite mega energy, and we definitely didn't even do 50 raids.
Well, and it depends on how fast you get through them, too, and since we have such a large community, I mean, you get 20 people in there.
Because of the way they do those new shields and stuff, you had to have at least 8.
Yeah. Well, I heard for Mewtwo, it's going to be 12 now. You have to have 12 megas in there.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Rather than, like,
both
the
getting
10.
marketed as really strong megas. So.
Yeah. Well, and then, I'm also a little worried because so far, at least for me, the hardest megas to obtain have been, like, Megalatios, just because they're so hard to catch. Yeah. And I'm just so, luckily for my decks, I already have a Mewtwo, so that's fine. But I'm just so worried that it's just going to take so much of our time and our energy, and it's just going to be a little, lackluster. Like, we're not going to catch them, and they're going to be annoying, and...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll have issues, with anything new or anything big, but at the same time, they want people to have it.
Yeah. I mean, it almost feels like they don't, though, because, I mean, they haven't brought it back since, I think, COVID. Maybe even before COVID.
Yeah, I said I wasn't around. I'm coming up on my 1 year back in Pokemon Go.
Yeah, well, and of course, on my on and off again playing since 2016, that just happened in my off again time. So here we are.
But, so big changes coming to the Mega system. Well, it's not even big changes. It's really because it only impacts the current Charizards that we have, the Mewtwo X and Ys, and right now the only other XY that we have is Raichu.
Do you think, Raichu, because I was going to say, do you think that they're going to start splitting more of them?
I think we're going to see more, but I don't think it's going to be all of them.
Okay, so you think maybe they're going to come out with even more new Mega Pokemon and start splitting that?
We've had We've had Lucario Z since the first Mega stuff, and then with this they added Garchomp Z.
Yeah.
But they're not making every new one's not getting a Z.
Yeah.
I think we'll continue to see the X and Y, particularly on popular ones. I don't know what the next one will be. If you guys have any guesses on what the next XY Mega Evolution might be, drop them in the comments.
I want an Eevee Mega Evolution.
Look, Eevee Mega Evolution would be cool, but then we're at way more than X and Y.
I mean, yeah, but well, no, it doesn't even have to be the Eeveelutions, because you know how there's a Gigantamax Eevee. Why can't we just have Mega Eevee?
Fair enough. I'm still waiting on Mega Flygon.
I don't...
Looking right at you, Niantic. No, Flygon's just one that I'm how they've gone, all over the genre. How has Flygon not gotten a Mega yet?
Yeah, he's just a little the forgotten middle child.
Dragon bug. But honestly, because of our space, we should probably start right. Well, plus we're up to right about an hour again.
I know, yeah. I was just about to say, let's try and not have another storage issue. Yes. And I think we've talked about a lot. We talked about tag. We talked about PSA,
a lot of
grading
stuff. Please don't come for me too hard in the comments. I don't.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do like the TikTok thing where you're like, be nice to him.
Hey, he has opinions. Be nice to my friend, or I'll mess you up. Why I oughta.
Popeye over here.
Yeah, literally. Let me get my spinach. It's off screen.
Yeah, like I say, yeah, guys, if you have anything to add, or if there's anything, like I said, for the 3 people watching, if there's anything you'd like to see us specifically look into or talk about, let us know.
Yeah, and if you, I don't know, if you want to find a way to support us, I don't know, you can DM Goalie Nicole if you want to, I don't know, contribute in some way. I'll take your money.
Or if you guys have, one thing I was thinking about, if you guys have any Pokemon-related products, I know some people are like 3D printing different things for like scanning cards, or you get like the Rip Buddy guy made that specific brand, but like that holds like sleeves and stuff. If you guys have anything creative that you do, we would definitely like to see if we could figure something out to promote a small business.
Yeah. Yeah, and also just like if you have any thoughts, if you have any opinions on any of this, let us know.
Let us know.
The one thing I love about this community is I feel like 95% of the time we can have differing opinions, and it's all good in the hood. And so yeah, just let us and give us some feedback on our podcast too. What should we do differently? Do we suck? I don't know. Let me know.
All right, you already shout out your social media. Mine's pending. Thank you guys for tuning in, and see you all on the next one.
Bye.